This is for you. This is for you. This is for you and you and you. This is for you and you. This is for you and you. This is for you. We do it for the force. We do it for the vets. We do it for the love. Never for a check. We do it cause we gotta. You never know what's next. We do it for you all. Paying our respects. And this is for you. And you. This is for you. And you. This is for you. For you. And you. This is for you. And you. And you. I said we do it for the force. We do it for the vets. We do it for the love. Never for a check. We do it cause we gotta. You never know what's next. We do it for you all. Paying our respects. And this is for you. And you. 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 And you. May the force be with you. Even after 20 years of ass-kicking service, now I share this with my peers. I put my time in. Now I wanna have some fun. Jack Wagon Nation, let's join together here as one. Leave reality. Write our own journeys. Support the next mission. Never stop learning. Living by the word. I'm here to spread a message. Let me get a witness. These are my confessions. We gon' grow the force. We the #1 source. Share some laughs, play some games at the same time, of course. Keep the streets safe while we spread the message. Invested in sharing all these blessings. Blessings after blessings. Lesson after lesson. If you use it right, the mind can be a deadly weapon. Let's gather around, watch some gameplay, and clear our minds for a short time. If this for you, just know we do it for the force. We do it for the vets. We do it for the love. Never for a check. We do it cause we gotta. You never know what's next. We do it for you all. Paying our respects. And this is for you. And you. This is for you. And you. This is for you.
Okay, I gotta stop it. You guys just started a freaking challenge on me here. A star party? I think that's what they call it. I just got a notification that says a star party started or something. Man, Jason over here killing it with the 1,000 stars right off the bat. Holy crap. Evening, buddy. What's going on, Jason? I'm gonna get a little bit of music at least going. What's going on, Jason? Thank you for the like. And the 1,000 stars. Pete, thank you for the like. Lizzie, thank you for the like. Scott, thank you for the like. Jason with another 1,000 stars. Sambo with a like. Sambo with a share. Scott with a 50 stars. Jason with another 1,000 stars. Holy piss balls. Good God. Y'all are trying to break me today. Man, I want you guys to know, I don't know if you guys can see the title. This is for the brothers and sisters that never made it home. I know that a lot of you guys know that I'm military, and I have a lot of respect for those guys. We've lost quite a few teammates, buddies, you name it, in the past week and a half. I don't know what's going on, man. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. It's not cool to me. I don't know what to say, what to do. It's just hard, chat. It really is. But if it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't do what I do. Holy crap. But I don't know, chat. You guys are awesome. You guys are fantastic, wonderful. I love every single one of you guys. I love being with you guys out here. And I think we got, I'm trying to go back over these so I can figure out who did what. This is, you guys, like I said, you guys are amazing. Let's see, we got Jason with 1,000. And then Jason with another 1,000. Matthew shared the stream. Hello, my shiny-headed friend with Scott Page with 50. And then you guys started that freaking star party. Holy crap. And Jason ended the star party, man. Holy crap, Jason. Another 1,000 stars. God almighty. I don't know what to say, chat. I really don't. I'm kind of speechless. Doesn't look like 5M. It's not 5M, bro. It should be tagged as American Truck Simulator. We got to put in some miles. We've got, this is my go-to game when I'm a little stressed out. I'm a little worried, having a bad kind of day. I'm not really having a bad day, but I'm not having a great day. This weekend is a kind of hard on me and several other veterans. If you guys know, a lot of veterans that suffer with PTSD or anxiety or any of that. When you lose a lot of friends, hey, how you been now after surgery? Man, my foot is still all kinds of jacked up. I go Tuesday. Hopefully they'll give me a boot. Hopefully they'll give me a boot, and that'll kind of give me a boost, because then I can get some of the stuff done around here. That's kind of messed with me too, not being able to help my wife, not being able to do stuff around the house, not being able to do a lot of things with my daughter. So that gets you down a little bit, but you know, you just keep pushing, chat. You keep pushing. Sorry, my chair's all jacked up. And then yesterday we had our memorial for our post for the VFW. We've lost 64 members in a year, chat. And I just went back through the rolls yesterday and ended up taking out another 60. So in the past 2 years, we've lost 120 members of our VFW, and 90% of them were World War II, Korea, Vietnam. So it's hard, chat. It really is. Let me see if I can see what these are saying. I can't even read half these things because it's going so fast. You guys are killing me today. Yeah, 64, definitely, man. I can give you a boot, but you won't like it. Bobby Grinds with the like on the stream. Let's see. Somebody put a followage in here. I'm trying to find the followage so I can try to play catch up here. Yeah, hashtag Jason, hashtag Scott, hashtag Jason again. Hashtag Jason again. Holy crap balls. So definitely. Jason with a followage of 410 days. That's what it was. Okay. So yeah, 64 in a year, and then another freaking 60 that were never purged from the rolls. And we have a way of looking at that. It's not the greatest thing. And sadly, I got tasked with doing it because I'm in charge. So we may put some photos out there of our memorial yesterday. I'm not 100% sure. Yo, Pete with a followage of 293 days. But let's get out there. Let's get some stuff going. Oh, and Scott Page with 161 days. So 124, 125 in like 2 years. That's a lot of people. Our post is fairly large. We used to be over 2,000. We are now sitting at roughly 696 until they purge our rolls, and we don't know when that's going to happen. We knock them out of there and say, hey, they're no longer alive. Like I said, a lot of them were World War II vets. I had guys that were in there. I had one guy that had been in there. It showed that he was 119 years old. And I'm like, there's no way this guy's alive. And come to find out, he died like 6-7 years ago. As kind of a tribute here, guys, as you guys can see, we are doing a Het, is what it's called. Oshkosh Het. An M1070, as the Marine Corps calls it. We call it a Het, H-E-T-T. I used to work for Oshkosh Corporation. I've built some of those. They are awesome. They're fantastic. Thomas, thank you for the like. Thomas with a 321 days of followage. You guys are awesome, though. You guys are fantastic. I kind of like being around you guys, as you guys know. Let's jump into a Discord here. So if somebody wants to jump in, you guys are more than welcome to do so. If you don't have my Discord, hit me up and let's see if we can't get you a Discord invite. I am currently in my Discord. Let me see if I can find. Give me one sec, guys. I'm trying to find my Discord here. Invite people. Copy. Alrighty. Let's see. Is it not going to let me do it? Nope. Son of a biscuit witch. And we will paste, and hopefully it will go through. I'm hoping, chat. I'm not perfect at this. I'm just letting you know. Well, for sure, feel it too. With my father, had served back during Vietnam in the Marine Corps, and growing up, taught me to honor those that haven't made it back or come back broken. Wish I could have served for MEPS. They denied me due to my leg and foot injuries from when I was a kid. Man, I wouldn't trade it for nothing. I don't know how much you guys know about me, but I wouldn't trade what I did for the military for nothing. I've missed some of the things that some people, would love to have done, or that got to do. Stay home, kind of deal with the stuff here. But be home for certain things But I wouldn't trade it, Chet. I really wouldn't. But let's see. We are headed from Oakland. Or no, I'm sorry. Clovis to Oakland. So we're going to take this big bad boy here. We'll get her done. Get some miles in. We got about a 1,200 mile trip here. So we got some time to sit here and talk with these guys. Have a little bit of fun with everybody. See how things are going. But hopefully you guys can get in the Discord. If you can't, let me know and I'll see what I can do to send you a personal invite. Like I said, I'm not perfect with this. I'm still learning a lot of things with the Discord and everything. But we'll definitely get it rocking and rolling here. But we're gonna kind of kick back, relax. I wanted to find some military music, but sadly, that is not an easy thing to do and not get copyrighted for. So we're just using our normal music, kind of the normal music that we normally do. I would turn up our other music. However, the issue with that being, it would be just the music that I have, the GroForce one. On an update for you guys as well, we do have the new sign. I got a message from them today saying that they have started painting it and they have cleared it. Or cleared part of it. I'm not sure exactly where they're at in the process, but we should have it here within the next couple of weeks, I'm assuming. But it was fun with you guys yesterday, talking and chit-chatting and going over all the different old shows that we all used to watch as a kid. Especially for this guy. I may not be in my 40s yet, but sometimes I feel like I'm an old man. Even though I'm definitely not an old man. Oh, crap. We're supposed to turn there. Ooh, I wasn't paying attention. Last minute save on that one, chat. But let's get out here. Let's have a little bit of fun. Let's chill out. If you guys can get into the Discord, come on in. If you can't get into the Discord, let me know. Let's see if we can get you guys in there. I'll send another invite if I have to. It says the invite expires in 7 days. So hopefully it'll allow you to be in there. Hopefully. I'm not guaranteeing anything, chat. And if not, I'll fix it. Somehow, way or another, we will get her fixed. But just remember, guys, you guys are family. We love being out here for you guys. And you guys kind of give me some peace of mind when I sit here and get to chit-chat with you guys and go over different things. And we get to have a little bit of fun with each other. It's fantastic. It really is, chat. But just remember, guys, it's not about the veterans themselves at this weekend. It's not Happy Memorial Day. It's just don't go around. A lot of veterans I know will say, hey, when they say, hey, thank you for your or thank you for your service, they're just like, you're welcome. But it's not for us. It's for the ones that didn't make it home. Our POWs, our MIAs, still missing in action. Don't know where they went, what we do, and those that came home that didn't make it. You know what I mean? Especially those that can't do it because of mental. BJ and the Bear, The Highwayman, Rolling On. Those are shows I cut teeth on besides the Dukes of Hazzards. Heck yeah, man. Dukes of Hazzards was a blast. Holy crap. Oh, no. I forget how heavy this thing is top heavy, Chad. I will tell you that right now. I can guarantee you this thing is top heavy as a son of a biscuit witch. These things are like beasts, though. These are, this particular truck that we are hauling right now is, like I said, a het. It is the one that pulls the M1A1 Abrams. So if you ever see an M1A1 Abrams on the back of a trailer, this is the truck that pulls it. They are beast. So if you see here on the side, you see the little steps right there? And the bottom of the door? If you stand up there with the wheels on it, if you stand up next to that bottom of the door is right at 6 feet. That's as tall as I am. That's the bottom of the door, chat. Plus all that door and everything else. So there's a lot of freaking height on this thing. They are tall as all get out. Fantastic little boogers too, though. They will definitely haul a lot of crap. I remember the Dukes of Hazzards, the Highwayman, not so much. Rolling On, not so much. But Dukes of Hazzard, definitely so. We were talking like some of the old ones, like Scooby-Doo, Charlie Brown. Let's see, what were the other ones? Rugrats, some of that stuff. I want to have for myself. My Doomsday Machine. Heck yeah, man. Suckers are beasts, bro. They're a pain in the butt to work on, though. I can tell you that. They are an absolute bear to work on. What's going on, Devin? How you doing today? You can see the hood opens up, but they are definitely a bear to work on. They're not bad, but they're not great either. You have room, but you don't have room, if you know what I mean. And the cabs are detachable, so the cab is usually a one solid piece. So they're not horrible, but they're definitely going to be something different. And I told you guys we would be live, and I apologize about yesterday, but I had to do some work on a couple things. And so this is where I'm at, chat. But we're rocking and rolling, chat. We're having a blast here today. Yeah, but to me, that's like a Kenworth W900 of the military. Can't tear them up. Oh, they're you can tear them up. Okay, so here's an idea for you. The brake test for this thing, I kid you not. When we tested them and we kept having brake failures on them, the brake test on this thing, and they're just lines. They're not PVC, but whatchamacallit lines. I can't think of what it's called, but you guys kind of get my idea. They're not hydraulic, they're pneumatic, which means they're air operated. So the brake lines on this thing would constantly break. They'd have holes in them. They'd have an issue somewhere way along the line. Something would mess up. So what the military did is they said, okay, you're going to build them. Let's do this. We want you to check certain ones, and we want you to go in there and see what you can do with them. It's okay, that's not a problem. We can do that. So we go and do the checks on them. And how do we check them? We go over and do like freaking, what is it? What was it? 40 miles an hour. And at the end, we had to stop on the brakes. And it only gave us a certain amount of area to, to basically stop. And if you didn't stop, you ran into big tires, just like the ones that I'm carrying up here, without the rims, of course, and concrete barrier. So you prayed, and it got to the point where you go, okay, I'm going to make dagnum sure I stop. There's not going to be an issue. We're stopping. There's going to be nothing. Eric, I have been watching my stream on Twitch. I have not, dude. I have not been doing a whole lot on Twitch at all. I've been trying to kind of take it easy. We lost yesterday. I don't know if you were here when I said it. We did a memorial for our VFW. We've lost 64 members. I found out we have 60 other members that were never taken off our rolls. So now we have an additional 60 members that we didn't know about that aren't here any longer. So that's 124 members in less than 2 years, chat. Or actually less than a year, really. So it's kind of one of those things. I'd like to do a skid pad with one of them. I'll tell you another story. You guys want to hear some weird freaking stories? I can tell you some really weird stories. A lot of military members can too. We're going to pull in this thing here. I cut out really bad. Wonder how that is. What up, Beavers? How you doing, Beavers? What are you up to, man? It's not so much about and thank you for your what is it? I always say thank you for your support. Like I said, it's been a hectic day today, chat. It really has. Things have been kind of nuts, crazy. We did a little bit of stuff today. Didn't get stuff done I wanted to get done. Of course I can't because of the foot. But what was I talking about? Y'all gonna have to refresh my mind. This is why it's always good to have somebody in here so you don't miss something. About you watching me stream on Twitch. I have not had a chance to check out any more of them. I've been pretty busy with some other stuff. Yo, Tactical Medic Gaming. Thank you for that raid, by the way. I just saw that. I apologize. You did that about 3 minutes ago, and I apologize, brother. I hope you're doing great. Hope things are going good for you. Oh, I was going to tell more stories. Oh, yeah. So, you guys remember the MRATs when they first came out. So when they started coming out, we did a bid on it because I worked for Oshkosh Truck. We did a bid on it, and the deal was, why am I not moving? Okay, so we did a bid on it. We didn't get the bid because they said, well, we need side doors and this and that and the other, and we only had one door, and they didn't like that idea. So we lost that bid. Well, we won the LATV bid, which was awesome. Hey, Devin, thank you for the like. Adam, thank you for the like. Thank you both for the likes. So we ended up getting the LATV. Well, the thing of it was they had the Buffaloes, what was called the Buffalo at the time. A lot of Marines and Army guys will tell you about the Buffaloes. You could take that thing, drive it down a freaking runway, slam on the brakes, and the whole rear axle would fly out from underneath the vehicle. And they actually have pictures of this and video of this. It's like, are you kidding me? Their vehicles just, the whole freaking axle just takes off? They're like, yeah. This isn't the first time either. I'm like, well, what kind of crap is that? How is that safe? Just like how you drive right over grass islands with that wagon. Heck yeah, man. Except I didn't lose an axle. Hey, if it's in my way, I'm gonna keep going, chat. I don't care. I'm just like that. I didn't even have a blinker on. I just cut that freaking cop off. What's he gonna do to me? Oh man. But yeah, to see that, and then when we started doing the JLTV, right before we won the contract for that, was one of my last things. So, hey Rob, what's going on? Thank you for the like. So, working for Oshkosh, I started out as a frame line guy. So, it was putting a frame together, building the frame of the vehicle, whatever vehicle we were building, and we built all kinds of Oshkosh stuff. Yeah, you heard about the Buffaloes bad losing axles, right? The whole rear axle of the vehicle would just you'd see it stop, the axle would stop, and the truck would keep going. And you're like, what? How? It's got to be connected, right? But it was hilarious. It really was. It was hilarious, chat. They showed us that. We're like, oh my goodness. That is one of the jobs that I actually enjoyed a lot, chat. A lot. But, you know, you got to move on. They had to downsize because they weren't producing as much. Kind of the same thing. We started building the FMTV because we won that contract from another guy or another company. And when we started building it, we started having all these issues. We couldn't figure out why we were having so many issues with the schematics that they gave us. Well, we kept having to upgrade the schematics, which is the blueprint, in order to put it together. And we couldn't figure out why we were having to upgrade different things when we were supposed to have the most accurate information in front of us, because the military owns the blueprints, not the company. When you build a vehicle for the military, they automatically own those blueprints. The second that they say they accept it and that they're going to build that and you're building it, they own it. Immediately, right then, they own it. As a defense maneuver to lose a tail? No, I don't think so, Jason. I don't think it's going to work that well, though. I really don't. I mean, so yeah, you lose your rear axle, but you're not going anywhere because 90% of them were rear driven. So not only did we build the FMTV, Field Marine Tactical View is what we called it. We built Hemmett's Hetz PLS MTVRs, which are the big deuce and a halves now that they call them. It's actually more than a deuce and a half now. And we built plow trucks, cement trucks. We built the ARFs for a little while. It didn't work out on semis either, right? I wonder why. It didn't work out on semis. But it was fantastic to work for that corporation and have fun with it. I mean, I actually had a blast there. Like I said, I started out on the frame line. I went from the frame line, and then they asked, I said, okay, well, we need some people that are going to go back there and fix all these vehicles that come through the line, forget a part, forget this, forget that. It's all right. I'm going to apply for this. So I did. I applied for it. I got it. It's a general assembler. Well, when you do general assembly, you basically, you fix a part that either A, they forgot to put on, or B, they didn't have the part, which was a normal thing. And this was like years ago when parts were like available everywhere. So I don't know how they're doing it now. But they'd roll it down the line, and the part wouldn't get put in. Well, you would take half that vehicle apart just to put the vehicle back together. Like a little bracket. You're like, okay, I got to take this off, take this off, take this off, take this off, take this off to get to this one part here. So you're spending, I don't know, what would take 5 minutes to put on? You're spending 6 to 8 hours to take the vehicle apart, put the part on, and then put the vehicle back together, and then test it. So, and then people would wonder, well, how is that possible? Like, well, that's what they did. That's how they put it together. And it happened with all the vehicles. So they would do all the testing and so forth, and I love that part of it. I love that part of it. However, one of the worst ones I ever did, I'll tell you this, chat, right here. One of the worst ones I ever did was on a PLS, so it's like a tow truck for the military. The hydraulic lines, they would pull the hydraulic line or activate the hydraulics, and the lines themselves would melt to each other because they got so hot. So we fixed the problem. That's not the issue. We fixed the problem with the hydraulics. We found out that what was going on. They fixed the problem. They said, okay, well, the guy that fixed the problem decided he didn't want to fix the problem of the charred lines. So 12 hours a day for 2 whole days, I was in a white suit. A white, like, you know, the plastic suits for the COVID stuff and everything else, the cleaning suits. I was in one of those for 12 hours a day for 2 whole days, trying to tear the old lines out and put new lines in. Because every time they say, oh, yeah, you've only got 2 lines to replace. All right, cool. Pull the 2 lines out, and they would be attached to something else. I'd pull that line out, it'd be attached to something else. I pull that line out, it'd be attached to something else. I'm like, holy crap. I ended up replacing 14 lines. 14 hydraulic lines in the rear of that particular piece of equipment. Not to mention, I had oil or hydraulic fluid everywhere in that shop. Because every time I take a hydraulic fluid apart or a hydraulic hose apart, even though we emptied the tank, and the tank would hold, let me remember here, and I'm probably gonna be wrong on this, but it was like 15 to 25 gallons of hydraulic fluid. So you can imagine, even though you empty the tank, how much fluid is still in the lines all over the place, going everywhere. Like you can see these cranks here, the winches on the back of this vehicle. Now those are going to be electronic, most likely. But if they're not pneumatic but hydraulic, if they're hydraulic lines, it's going to take a lot of hydraulic fluid. Hearing parts missing back in 2009 when I went back to work driving for Schneider. I talked to a shop foreman I knew at the terminal in Indianapolis, and when they got in the brand new Freightliner, they had to, oh shit, had a check sheet, front, back, and 2 pages, check off or so, stuff like AC compressor, holy crap, condenser gearbox, transmission, what? Rear ends. Yeah, they had new trucks with the stuff to come straight from the factory, especially out in okay, so with that being, we used to get a lot of stuff from Mexico too. Some of the metal would come from Mexico, some of the equipment would come from Mexico, some of the electronics would come from Mexico or Canada or another state. We were union. We also worked for one of the largest unions, United Auto Workers of America, UAW. Well, not United Auto Workers, I'm sorry, not UAWA. UAW, United Workers, United Agriculture, Aviation, I can't think of the other one, workers. Same one for GM, Ford, and all those guys. I don't remember how it's classified with the name. It's been a while since I've worked for them, sadly. Like I said, I loved it. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. If I could go back and do what I was doing and still work on the trucks and not work long hours like I used to, and beat myself up, I would probably do it. But I would have to start on the bottom again and work my way up again. So I would start with the hard jobs and have to do all that stuff again. But just to see the different things that would go on, it would be just ridiculous. So what they would do is, if we're selling 100 trucks, Jason, say we're selling 100 trucks in a batch to the military, they would take 10% of them. So 10% is like 10 of them. And out of that 10%, if they found a defect or multiple defects with a vehicle, we would have to check all 100 vehicles. If they did not find a defect in those 10 trucks, then they would take the whole lot. But what I found going into the military, and this is actual one that I worked on, because I saw the number on it. I remember the number. And I saw the paperwork to sign saying that it was completed. And it was on one of the days that I worked on the line that I worked on in the plant that I worked on. And just to see it come out, and there were they have a green paste, or not a green, gray paste that goes on the condenser lines to make sure that it's, seal the whole 9 yards for the radiator. And that stuff was not on there. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Why is this not on there? And they couldn't explain it. And then they started having problems with all kinds of stuff. Oh crap, I gotta slow down. This thing's gonna push me over the limit here. Yo, Pete and Mark, thank you for the like. Hope you guys are having a wonderful and blessed day. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. I'm not gonna say happy Memorial Day, because it's not. To me, it's not a happy day. It's not a happy weekend. It's to remember my brothers and sisters that did make it home, or the ones that did make it home and had other issues and ended up taking their lives a little earlier than what the Lord had planned. So it's just kind of one of those weekends. But just remember those that didn't come home, chat. That's all I can say. But back in regards to the story here, they took it out. We were going down the highway. It was going out to a drop, what we call a drop zone. So they dropped stuff out of the back of the aircraft. One of our jobs was to go back there and clean it up, pick it up, take it out. That was one of the jobs that I had as being in the Air Force. I was considered a porter. So porter, load, unload aircraft, pick up all the other stuff. We did parachutes, the whole 9 yards. Well, we dropped this equipment, or they dropped the equipment out of the back of a C-130 flying over us. And we go there to pick it up with the FMTV. We'd go and pick it up. Well, this thing decided that the little thing that raises and lowers your air pressure in your tires, and I can't remember the CTI is what they called it. Central Tire Intelligence or something like that. You can make it go sand. You can make it go mud. You can make it go off-road. You can make it go road. It was just the inflation in the tire. And so you could lower it and raise it if you needed to get more traction. Well, the CTI system just went flat. On the side of on the way down to the drop zone, we were about halfway in between. And our drop zone's like 2-3 hours away. We'd have to drive. And this thing doesn't go over like 55, 60 miles an hour at max. So we're driving down the road and all of a sudden it goes flat. And I said, "Hey, G, what's going? Hey, there's something wrong with the truck. Can you meet us?" I'm like, "Meet you for what?" Yo, Mark, thank you for the like. I just saw that again. And Brian, thank you for the share flare. I see that and the like as well. But they said, "Hey, G, can you come take a look at this?" And I'm like, "Dude, it's snowing outside." Because we're in Wisconsin. Actually, we were in Minnesota. Is where my unit was based out of. But I lived in Wisconsin and worked for Oshkosh. But anyway, we're on a highway. We pull over to the side of the highway. And they're like, "Okay, well, G's going to come over and take a look at it." I'm like, "No, I'm not. It's snowing, dude. Just hit the button and reinflate it." He's like, "Well, it's not going." I'm like, "What do you mean it's not going?" I'm in my Discord, Brian, if you want to come in and hop in. I can join another Discord. That's not a problem. I may do that, but I think your buddy, I think Toy's actually streaming right now. And he's actually doing CTS as well, or ATS. So that's the only reason I didn't jump in there. You should have my Discord. And I'm in general, so you should be able to see it. I'm pretty sure you have my Discord. If not, let me know and I'll copy the link again and send it to you. But I'm pretty sure you have access to it. But they're like, hey, can you come over and take a look at it? And so they did their cycle, and I said, okay, then do this. Turn the vehicle off. He is my buddy. He is my buddy, but if he's streaming, I'm not going to go in there and, I'm not going to go in there and interrupt his stream. I mean, come on. That's just not right, bro. You know what I mean? But, we go in there and I take a look at it, and I said, okay, just turn all the vehicle off and then do this. He's like, do what? I said, you got to get out of the vehicle. You got to turn the main switch. He's like, main switch? I said, yeah, the battery switch. He goes, what battery switch? And I'm like, you're the only one trained on this? You don't know where the main battery switch is? He goes, no. I said, driver's side. He is my buddy. Oh, that's not my buddy. He is my buddy. But I told him, I said, it's on the driver's side. And in fact, on this one, I don't know if you can see it. See that box sitting right there next to that ladder? The 2 air tanks? That's for the brakes and everything. Those air tanks are. But that box, oh crap, I just wrecked into something. That box right there is where the battery port is. But on an FMTV, it is on that same side, almost in the same area. And all you got to do is basically go in there and click. And just turn it. It's like a safety switch. And he goes, okay, well, I'll get out there and I'll do that. So he turns it off. He gets back in the vehicle and he goes, well, now we'll start. I said, well, because you got to turn it back on. But you got to wait like 2 minutes so that it can cycle and figure out what it's doing. Okay. Gets back out. Turns it back on. And like I said, it's snowing. It's cold as crap. Goes back outside. Turns it back on. Goes through the cycle because it's not a normal cycle. You have to hit a switch. Then you have to push a button. Then you got to do this. Then you got to do that to get it to run. And then he hits the reinflate. And reinflates all full and dandy. And he's on the road again. He's like, that was easy. I said, yeah, that's all you got to do. I said, the system evidently has an issue with it. It's something that when we get back, you need to take it to Motor Pool and have them take a look at it. He goes, well, can't you fix it? I said, yeah. I don't have the equipment to fix it here, but I can fix it. He goes, well, what if they give you the equipment to fix it? Will you fix it for him? No. That's not my job. I'm sorry. I'm not a mechanic for the military. Number one. Number two, I'm a contractor that builds the trucks. There he is. What's going on, Brian?
What's up?
Not much, man. Not much. Just doing a military load. We're going to try to do some military loads today and tomorrow for our fallen brothers and sisters and kind of just have a little bit of fun with it. But this thing is top heavy as a mother sucker.
Yeah, I've been at work for 20 minutes now. I really don't need to be here because they don't need nobody here on Sunday, but...
Hey, free money is free money.
Yeah, I mean, I'm only here to 3 instead of 4.
Free money is free money.
I might leave a little earlier than that.
Yeah, well, like I said, free money is free money. If there ain't nothing to do, there ain't nothing to do. You just sit there and you chill out, you relax, and have fun with it.
Yeah, because I just did my whole walk around, checking the rooms that they renovate and make sure no homeless person sleeping in them.
Yeah. Cassie, thank you for the like. And I'm not on push to talk, so if you keep hearing me talk, that's why. Just so you know.
I know. I had to take my push to talk off.
You're good. I don't mind it. It's not going to hurt me none. I'm not one of those that gets real fanicky and all upset and everything. But we're just going over some of the times when I worked for Oshkosh building the trucks and then my military time going through some of the scenarios and stuff. Like when we, you heard the FMTV, when they couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. And they kept asking me, what can you fix? And I kept telling them, no, that's not my job. Well, the funny part of that whole story is they contact the company. They explain to them what's going on. They explain to them who I am, what I do for the company, because they know what I do for the company. It's in our public record. It's in our record as far as like military background. And they said, hey, can this guy fix the vehicle for us? And they said, yeah, he can fix it. Not a problem. He says, well, the guy says that he can't fix it because he works for the company. He doesn't, He's not a field tech or anything else. They said, well, if he's up there and he can fix it, let him fix it. Then that way we don't have to send a tech. And I'm like, well, what am I getting paid? I'm like,
Right.
that's not my job in the military.
Right.
Military. I mean, I'm here doing my job. We just entered in Arizona. It looks like, chat. And they go, well, we'll compensate. I said, okay, fine, whatever it is, I'll fix it. Not a problem. I went in and fixed the issue and got it all repaired and everything else. It was just a loose line, but I had to trace it and track it down. It took me about 2.5, 3 hours to figure out what the issue was, because it can be, you start out simple. It's just like a computer. You start out simple. You figure out the stupidest thing, the easiest thing to look at, and figure out where it's at. So you start looking at the air pressure, and you're looking at air pressure going through the lines. You turn the vehicle off. You let the air pressure die down, you know, see if it's going to die, so you can see if there's a leak in there somewhere, or there's a puncture in the line or something like that. So I'm about 3 hours in, and I finally find the issue. I fix the issue and get everything rocking and rolling and everything. And they're like, hey, yeah, he fixed it. Don't worry about sending somebody out. I said, okay, well, we'll send somebody up there tomorrow to take a look at it. Really? Like, I just fixed it. Why do you need to send somebody out? And they're like, oh, well, we'll just send somebody out and take a look at it. What it is they build them for it. They sent a guy out. He was there less than a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Got paid as a field tech to check it out, and then went home. Because I met the guy, and I knew the guy. I was like, hey, what are you doing up here? He's like, oh, man, they had me checking out this thing. He goes, what are you doing up here? I said, this is my unit. This is the unit I'm detached with. And he's like, oh, okay. He said, why didn't you fix it? I said, I did. He's like, what am I here? I said, I don't know. He's like, well, thanks for fixing my job for me. I'm like, are you dead serious, dude? I just did your job for you, and you're... Really? I was so mad, dude. I was so mad. And chat, just so you guys know, these tires that are on here will come up to about, I'd say about midway up your chest. And that's standing up. That's not sitting down. That's standing up. They're huge tires, and they're heavy as crap. They're about 300-400 pounds a piece.
Mm-hmm.
They are heavy son of a guns. Let me tell you. Now, this particular one that we're driving right here is not an armored one that I can tell. Doesn't appear to be armored. I could be wrong, though. But by the looks of it, it does not appear to be armored. Otherwise, these windows would not be that big. But it doesn't appear to be armored. But anything on these things, they weigh a ton. It's made out of pure metal. These frames that are on here, so you can see kind of the frame on the side. It's a solid frame. It's a channel frame. They are heavy as crap. They use cranes, 2.5-ton cranes to lift these things. So they're not light. And they put them on carts and everything else and roll them down the thing, and then they take them off the cart. They lift them with another crane and send them down. And it's a lot of work. But, man, I tell you what, it's some fun stuff, man. I enjoyed every single minute of working for that corporation. I'd do it again if they let me. I just wish you could see where it says Oshkosh on the front. Oh, you can. Look at that. Sure can. Right there on the top of the hood. Right above the grill or the grill. It says Oshkosh. I'll be a son biscuit. And then they used to have these, instead of those black pieces of rubber for where the tires are, it used to say Oshkosh. On a lot of them. It wasn't real bright or anything. Some of them had white if they were commercial. If they weren't commercial, they would just say Oshkosh on them. But it was amazing to see some of the stuff go through. To see how they're built. To actually be able to work on them. And you'd be surprised how many people either A, were military, B, had someone in the military. 99% of the people that worked on these vehicles knew someone or were in the military. So knew someone in the military or were military at one point or another. So it was fun to actually be able to work on the things and then work with, you know, people that have been in the military, have worked on these vehicles and, you know, gone through different things. And then we used to have, occasionally we would have people come in, like veterans would come in and tour the plant, tour plants, because we had 3 plants in Oshkosh alone. They'd come in and tour them. and take a look around and be escorted around the facility. And they'd say this, that, and the other. And then we had a wall of people that actually were military and they had been in some of these vehicles. It was nice, dude. I loved every minute of it. Oh, crap. Yo, Mike, what's going on? What's going on, Mike? How you doing today, brother? There's a fellow service member. A good old Marine. Good old Marine just walked in here, chat. Mike Siam is a Marine from the from my time. A good guy too. Real good guy. If you guys haven't done so, make sure you check him out. Project Mike, also known as Mud Shovel, if you guys remember Mud when he was around. Poor guy. Had to change everything over. I think it's kind of crappy, but it is what it is. Hide the crayons. Crayons. Right? Hide the crayons. Oh. But you guys know I play with Nick and I do the same thing. You are a legend. Nah, man. You are. You and some of these other guys are the reason I do what I do now with streaming. If it weren't for you guys, I would not be able to do what I do. Yeah, he is. Oh, man. All right, so Mike, I got to ask you, what's your favorite color? Which one tastes the best? I got to ask. I asked every Marine the same question. Every Marine. What's the favorite color and what tastes the best? And 9 times out of 10 I get the same answer.
Let me guess, red.
Betty says blue. Let's see what he says. He says num 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 num. See, this is why I do it, guys. We get to have fun, have a little chat. You guys cheer me up. That makes it great. You say red, Brian?
Yeah. Well, that's most of the color. That's the only color I hear from most of the Marines that I know.
He just said red too. Mike said red. Blood.
Yeah, I heard red is the best flavor.
Yeah, because orange doesn't taste like an orange. Right? Blue doesn't taste like blueberry. I don't know. I've never eaten one. I was in the Air Force, so I didn't eat, crayons.
Scoop must be a very busy man.
He is.
Yeah.
He works a lot of hours, man. A lot of freaking hours. He's in the other one right now. He's in the other Discord.
Well, he asked me about, the standard go-to for RP as a Civ, and I told him, like, most servers I've been in, I never RP as a Civ. Only one server that I did, and I'm explaining that to him.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, other than that, it's always been fire or EMS.
Yeah, did you tell him that too?
Yeah, I told him that.
I think you put a good impression on Rockin' last night, so.
Well, except for when I drifted for the engine.
No, he knows it drifts. That's why he's like, okay, it is what it is.
Well, see, that's how I test out vehicles, though.
Yeah. Well,
and then that's how I get used to driving those vehicles.
Why do you think we do what we do with ours? We can do a certain thing and we'll tell if it's gonna make it to the server or not. We're just like, okay, floor it, see where it goes. And that's what we do. We floor it. You saw what we were doing with them. That's why that NM Corvette's not allowed to be at the server.
Like I said, I was gonna go to bed after we got off Discord, but I didn't go to bed till like 8 something in the morning. I was just too happy.
Yeah, it's fun, dude. Going in there and testing this stuff, and like I said, if you're willing to learn, he'll teach you. He's taught me a lot.
Yeah.
He already said, he goes, if somebody wants to learn, I'll teach anything they want to learn. I'm like, well, heck yeah, that's the best way to be, man. If you can learn something new, why not?
See, I was trying to teach myself how to do it, but it's best to learn from somebody that know how to do it instead of from the videos.
Yeah.
So they really don't explain much in videos.
They don't, and they go pretty quickly. The other part of it is we just got to figure out some other things on how to make it work. How to add this or add that or subtract this or subtract that or move this or move that. And it's going to take time. I mean, it's not going to be something that's going to happen overnight. I mean, this is being built, I think, going on 3 years for Rockin'. Because he started that community a long freaking time ago. So he's built up what he has.
I mean, I'm never going to build a server myself, but I wouldn't mind helping somebody, work on and build a server.
Yep, and that's why he showed me, and you saw the stuff that I did was easy.
Yeah.
And he's like, and he couldn't figure out how I did the one. I'm like, well, it's easy. I've got to go in there later tonight and see if I can't test the 2 that I fixed and see if they actually work or not. And actually, I gotta remember which ones they are. I know the one's the H1. I don't remember the other one now. Oh, it was the Tahoe. I gotta figure out if I fixed the Tahoe or not. But I don't remember the spawn code for it, so I'll have to look it up. That's how it goes.
Yeah, I really want a truck for EMS.
Well, we've got that Dodge. You remember the old Dodge? Yo, Cliff, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Force. Welcome, young Jedi. Glad to have you here with us as we put in our miles.
I mean, like a truck as a command vehicle. I mean, I got one.
Do you remember the old Dodge that we had? With the box that you could add on, you could subtract and all that stuff. You remember that?
Oh, the one we had in Blaine County?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
We have that.
Okay.
So we have that. There are some other ones that he didn't pull out. We have brush trucks. We have all kinds of weird stuff.
Yeah, because I was about to say, I got the file for that.
Yeah, we've got that one. And then we've got a couple of other ones that we can add in. We can change the... The biggest thing is if we can change or get a template, we can make any vehicle what we want. And that's the plan. That's why we have the schematics that we have and the textures that we have in there. It's because we got the template. If we can change it and figure out the template, then we can figure it out exactly how it works.
And see, I probably can find a template for some vehicles because that's what I had to do for a couple of the vehicles that I had be it for another server.
Yeah, it's fun though, just learning how these things go in there. It's like building a computer game from scratch, but you're not. You're learning a particular part of it and building it and rebuilding it. It's like building a computer. It's fun. To me, it's fun. Building a computer is a blast, dude. Going in there and I'm going to take this out, I got to take this out, or I got to put this in there. But when it comes to like the program itself, forget it. I can put it together, but tearing it apart and doing all this, no.
Yeah.
All right, I got one here. When my dad was in the Marine Corps, he stayed stateside working in motor pool and repairing the amphibious units. One day, he and a few others took one out for a spin at Camp Lejeune and had something break. They were about 2 blocks from their commander, and he followed them back to the motor pool and asked my dad why they had his pickup in tow. My dad told him and also assured him that he would have the part returned and the pickup washed, waxed, and detailed before the end of the day. Yeah, that's what it is, man. You gotta figure some of that stuff out. They die. Vehicles die all the freaking time. That's what people don't understand. Just because it's a military vehicle and it's built for us, it's not something that's not gonna break. Any vehicle is gonna break. Like I've got. What do you got going on over there, Brian?
Oh, sorry. I started driving around. I ain't got my seatbelt on.
Oh.
I'll fix it.
Driving with no seatbelt. Naughty.
Well, I mean, I'm not on the public road. I'm just driving around in the parking lot.
Still naughty.
Yeah, I don't have no tickets or anything on my record, so I am a goody.
I'm still gonna give you crap. Just what I'm saying. But I will tell you, Jason, to see some of that stuff, man, we used to have to wash vehicles. We would have vehicles out there on the flight line doing stuff. Heck, shoot, even when I was security forces when I first started, We had a truck, a Chevy, I think it was. It was just either a Chevy or a Ford. I don't remember which one it was. But we had a truck on the flight line, and we're sitting there, watching an aircraft and kind of keeping an eye on it and making sure nobody goes toward that aircraft because it was off limits to everyone except for the actual pilot, which was a full-board colonel. He was the only one allowed out to that aircraft unless we got told by dispatch that they could go out there. I kid you not. I was out there less than 20 minutes and the freaking vehicle died. And we could not get the stupid thing to run. I had no AC. I had nothing. And they're like, oh, yeah, you can just stay out here for a little bit. And I'm like, dude, it's like freaking... And this is in Lackland Air Force Base. It's like freaking hotter than pee outside. It's in the middle of summer. And they're like, yeah, just sit out there. You'll be all right. I'm like, are you serious?
I know about y'all air conditioning not working because we got a truck from the military that we use at the fire department. That's our brush truck, and the AC don't work in it.
Yeah, and a lot of times they'll get rid of them right off the bat. They find out something ain't working, it's gone, and they can't fix it. It's gonna cost too much. Nope, it's gone. But
well, people need to make sure before they try to drive it, if they got it from the military, to make sure they put oil and stuff in it because the military take all that stuff out before they get rid of the vehicle.
They don't take that out of it, but they have a tendency to, if it's being transported for the military or from a military base, by requirements for the military, we have to pull all fuel. We have to pull, with the exception of enough to get it around, we have to pull a certain amount of oil out of it so that it's not a combustible. What they call a combustible.
Well, our brush truck, they took everything out. The oil, the fuel, because they said it was special grade stuff that they use that not for the public.
Well, it probably had JP8 fuel in it, which is aircraft fuel. Because you can run JP8 in a lot of diesel equipment. Now, if it's just regular fuel, it was a gas engine, then it's just regular fuel. Now, as far as the oil and stuff goes, and hydraulic fluid is just regular hydraulic fluid and regular oil. I can guarantee you that because I know that for a fact because we used to have to, putting it in, I knew exactly there were certain vehicles that we had to put in certain types, and all of them were just normal stuff. It was nothing special.
Well, somebody probably made up the story when they gave it to us then.
Yeah, they could have. They could have. But I know when they transport them and stuff and if it's on a flatbed or something like that, they take a lot of that stuff out, or if it's been flown to a certain area. When it goes on an aircraft, there's only a certain amount of fuel that can be in it. There's only a certain amount of everything that can be in it because it's considered a combustible, especially on an aircraft. They don't like that.
Now, do all military vehicles have governments on it? Because that truck only goes up to 60.
Yep. And that's actually a program. That was one of the things that I did when I worked with Oshkosh is we would go in there and we would actually program it. Because the engines, we would build there on site. And you build the engine, and then you take a computer and you plug it into the mainframe or to the brain of the engine. And you program it. You hit the program button. You program how the speed, the whole 9 yards. You can actually adjust that, but you have to go into the program in order to do so. And that's what they did. Hey, the high volt oil that goes into transmission for electric will run diesel motor for fuel and increase the fuel mileage. I can't confirm or deny if I've ever used any. Hey, that's pretty cool. I wonder if I can do that with the diesel truck that I got. Things that make you go, But yeah, that's the reason they do JP8 on a lot of stuff is because if you're at an air base or anything else, JP8 can operate a vehicle, operate an aircraft, so you don't have to do as much worrying about, okay, well, I'm about to run out of fuel for this vehicle, but I got enough fuel for the aircraft, and vice versa. Now, some of them, they still have gas and stuff like that. They have gas engines and so forth. When we were in the desert over in Bagram, we had a lot of gas stuff. We had some weird freaking vehicles too. Some really weird freaking vehicles. Little vans with freaking flatbeds on them and stuff like that. Little trucks, but they were vans in the front. Small little bitty things. They wouldn't go but like 40, 45 miles an hour. But you can program those engines to go a little bit faster if you need to. You just have to find the programming port, plug it into the plug it in from the computer, and then have the software, and you can change it. But the military doesn't want you going over a certain speed anyway, and they do that on purpose because nothing has ever come good from somebody hauling butt down a road in the military. Nothing has ever come good from that. That I can promise you. Holy crap. We still going here. We still got freaking 291 miles to go. Good lord, chat. I thought we had less than that already. It's like a 1,200 mile trip though, so we've done pretty good. I'll take it. I will take it. Maybe we can do another 1,200. Maybe we can get another good little booger here, and look at that blue glow underneath though. Goodness gracious. I love the glow on this thing from the trailer and from the undercarriage. It's awesome. One of the guys keeps suggesting that I put blue lights inside the cab, and I just don't know. I just don't know if I want to do that. I'm more for the red. Because that's what we use military-wise. That's what we use for the police departments, and a lot of fire departments use it as well. Because you can't, you're not going to miss anything. It doesn't dilate your eyes as bad.
And see, I wanted to get a light bar that you can change. You can have it set as blue and white all the way around, and you also can have change it to have it set for red and white all the way around.
No, I'm talking about inside the cab. You know how you have a light inside, so it's so you can see.
Oh yeah, the red light's better.
Yeah. Everything comes good on me in triple digits across Texas on I-10. Dang. If you can get triple digits in your semi, man, that's crazy, bro. I'd be careful, man. That's a lot of weight you're having to haul around, but you're a professional driver. I'm not, so I just don't know if I could do that. I've done triple digits in a squad car. I've done triple digits in a regular car on highways, responding to fires and so forth, and responding to calls. But a semi, not so much. That I can definitely say not. I don't think I would want to. That would scare the crap out of me. Yeah, red lights are always like the normal thing, Jason. I agree. I've never seen really anybody use anything other than red lights. Because it doesn't mess with your night vision. You can still see what you need to see out, and you can see in your cab without messing up your night vision. But if you turn on a bright light inside your cab and then you look out with the bright lights, it's really hard to see sometimes. We're going to go around this jack wagon. You don't want to go. See you later, alligator. Ooh, we ran that red light. Uh-oh, we're fixing to come into because we're coming into Bakersfield. Bakersfield, California. I know this W900 kicks good at 120, LOL. Brakes, what are those? Take 6 miles to stop, right? Going that fast? Yeah, that would scare the bejeebers out of me. Going 120 miles an hour in a freaking semi loaded down to the teeth? No thank you. I'm out. Watch out. Watch out for Bud in Bakersfield. Yeah. Or Bakersfield. He's actually not in Bakersfield today. He said he was going up north somewhere. So he wasn't going to be in here this weekend. He wasn't going to be in Bakersfield this weekend. Because we talked to him, I think, on Thursday? I want to say Thursday. Because I put in some miles and put some miles down on the road in ATS.
So he was in the server 2 hours ago.
Oh, Bud was?
No, Toy Story.
No, I was talking about Bud. I was talking about Bud.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to, watch this live, but for some reason it won't pull up.
Was he in GTA? I thought it said he was doing ETS.
Well, this was 2 hours ago. I'm looking at his YouTube page.
Oh, okay. Yeah, his favorite song is this one. Let's see if I can find it.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Good, that's all he was doing last night.
Yeah, and this is his other one.
Creeper. Oh man.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's been kind of AWOL for a little while. Had some family stuff he had to deal with and so forth. And we're kind of glad he's back again, wanting to do some stuff.
That was loud. That was pretty loud.
What'd you see fly by?
Huh?
I said, what'd you see fly by?
Oh no, a video started playing on YouTube and it was pretty loud.
Oh, that's never good. That's never good. When things are too loud like that? No thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw he went live earlier, and I don't know. I know he said said he was playing ATS, but I don't know anything other than that. I was sitting in front of the computer trying to figure out what I got to do to make sure that we send out to the families, notifying them that we finally got the system updated and tell them sorry for their loss. So I hate to do that, but that's the crappy part, is having to say sorry for your loss, and we don't know how long ago they passed. That's the other part. Some of them I do. I know one of them had passed like 6 years ago, and he was still in our roll. We're like, well, how in the heck was this not caught? And we had quite a few that were caught during COVID that we didn't catch. Whoa.
Yeah, I was gonna play some ATM until I remember I had to work. Even though I was supposed to have this day off.
Well, I guess I'll be handing out Buddy Poppies tomorrow. That'll be fun. And Buddy Poppies are a way for the VFW to kind of make... what you do is you donate, and we give you a Buddy Poppy, or Buddy Poppies, for a donation. And they're little flowers. They're like little red flowers with the little green center. And I forget the whole thing that goes along with it, because I haven't done the Buddy Poppies lately. But they're cool. My daughter loves them. I actually bought like, what was it, 30 or 40 of them for her. I donated like, I think it was like $40, which is way more than, because a box of like 200 is like, or a box of 500 is like $75. Yeah. So I donated the $30. I said, hey, I'm gonna take two packs of these, and there's like 12 of them in each one. They're like, yeah, not a problem. So my daughter loves these things, so we have them around the house. She attaches them to like her water bottles and stuff. She's like, I love the flowers, Daddy. And I'm like, well, if you ever want more, just let me know. I can go get them. Not like I don't know where they're at. And I'll probably end up buying a box and sticking them in the garage. Because we have so many of them at our post right now, it's not even funny. We probably got, I'd say, 3,000 of them, because we have to buy, I think it's like 500 a year. And every year, one of the requirements is to, and this year was not, but usually the requirement is to buy, for every 100 members or so, you have to buy so many boxes. Well, we have almost 700 members, so I think it was like a box for every It's like 1 box or 2 box per 100. So the last we looked, it was going to be like $400 in order to make it to what we were supposed to make it to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he told me once updates or upgrades are done, we'll get you into a server and see how it goes.
Oh, is that what he told him? He told you?
Yeah.
Did you tell him you were in 6 last night?
Yeah, I told him I was in server 6 last night helping test out vehicles.
Oh, what did he say to that one?
He's typing now.
Oh, okay. Tell him to come into my Discord if he wants. Tell him you're in Gro's Discord. Because he was in my chat just a minute ago. You know what? Give me a second. Let me look at this map real quick. Let's see where we are here. Oh, we're almost there, chat. What up, Wayne? How you doing, brother? How you been, man? How things going? How's your trip up north to Massachusetts, man? Let's see. Let me get in Discord here. Let me see where these guys are at real quick and see if they're still around. If they're still up there, I'll just go up there. I'll pull you in. Doesn't look like anybody's in there. Nope, they're all gone. They're not in Discord anymore. That Discord anyway. That's good to hear, Wayne. That's good to hear, man. I'm glad you got to go up there and spend some time with family and actually visit family up there. Hey, Scott, if you're in here, here is my Discord info. Feel free to join. Come on in here and join us, man. All right, let's get back out there on the road. We're almost done with this load. Then we can take another load. I'm all over the road, though, today. And no alcohol involved, so that's kind of crappy.
I don't know if he's still in your chat, but he just texted me saying that he need the invite for it.
Oh, I just sent him one.
It's a car flipped upside down in the yard, took out a light
Did they add
pole.
Texas yet? No, they haven't added Texas, and they haven't added the other one they said they were going to add. They haven't done either one. I think now they're talking Texas is going to be after the other one. But they've got a new thing. I don't know if you heard about that, Wayne, where you can host your own server with like 8 people. It's pretty nice. Pretty dagnum nice. And you can still do all your mods in there and all that stuff. But everybody that's in your what is it? I can't even think now. It's like Truckers MP, but you don't have to. You can only have 8 people, and you actually have vehicles on the road rather than not having vehicles on the road. But they have to have all the mods that you have. As long as you match, you can do it. But we're just chilling out. We're actually hauling a het right now. You can't see it now, Wayne, but this is a het from Oshkosh Corporation. It's an old military truck that pulls an M1A1 Abrams, which is a vehicle that I used to work on. I used to build them for Oshkosh. Kind of miss it, but it is what it is. How's the new job going, by the way, Wayne? I know that you took an IT job, I think, right? Hope things are going well with that, man. I know that's a big change from what you were doing. I'm glad to see you out there in the field, and working and having a little bit of a normalcy after all the different things that you had issues with, man. It fell through. Oh no!
I sent him an invite because he said he hadn't been in your live for a while now.
It fell through. That sucks, man. So what are you doing now, then, man? You got to be doing something fun, I'm sure. Knowing you. Okay, I got that was weird. I just had a thing that says, "Hey, at Scooters Gaming, welcome to GroForceGaming." That's weird.
Yeah, he just joined the server.
Oh, okay. Oh, it came through my disc. What the hell?
Yep.
Same hauling cookies. Hey, there he is. Is that him?
That's me. How you doing, my shiny headed friend?
Oh, lordy, there you go again.
Oh. No, I'm actually exhausted.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Who's that?
Ooh. Yeah, Gro hit a button on his on his soundboard.
Yep.
Nice try though.
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
Yeah, I
Oh,
went to
man.
bed this morning when the sun came up. So
Same here.
yeah,
Yeah.
not much.
So Brian was in server 6 last night and was looking at some of the stuff.
Which is good.
Yeah, he's kind of learning some of the stuff that we're having issues with, so he kind of has an idea of what's going on with that.
Well, exactly. And like I said, it's we're looking for, of course, new people to start off as Civ first. But if you come in and experience like 5-6 years, it won't take long.
No, well, not only that, I already talked to Rockin last night, and the decision hasn't been made yet, but with the experience he has IRL plus the experience he has with other communities and the experience he has in dealing with some of this other stuff, he may be moving to help out Rockin with some of this stuff. Because
Which puts you up to, put you into the server with us. Just
Yeah.
not.
that's
You
why
don't
he's
have to
already
worry
been
about-
that's why he's already been whitelisted in a dev server. Because you know that doesn't happen all the time.
No.
And I think I'm fixing to have a visit here in a minute. I hear feet running down the hallway here.
I can hear the feet running down the hallway.
Not as loud as I thought it was, because it's not her.
I'm still waiting for him to get that packages sent him.
To get what?
I'm waiting for you to get the packages at you. Big old box of turtle wax.
Oh, great. I don't need turtle wax. I can't wax my truck anyway.
It's not for your truck.
Oh no, it's for my truck. It's definitely not for my head. I don't do that. I don't put anything on my head.
Oh, you should be it'd be nice and shiny. Oh,
Nope.
get shine armor. There you go, get shine armor because then it's waterproof.
Yeah, but then I'm gonna have all the dead skin and everything up there. No, thank you. That's all I need is dead skin on my head. Hey, the light's green for me, you jackwagon.
They don't care.
No, they don't. It just drove almost right into me. And this idiot's not even caring either, because he about ran into the daggum trailer. Stupid moron.
Hey, no talking about the finest that way.
I'll send you some Lucas speed wax for the dome. Uh-oh. I don't want any wax for the head.
You gotta give him a nice, a really nice cloth so he can buff it up.
Well, I got all kinds of cloths for shining stuff and cleaning stuff up and all that stuff. I have microfibers coming out the wazoo. Yo, Chris, thank you for the light. Yeah, I got microfibers like out crazy. Lady's talking to me about wanting to cut the grass on Tuesday. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm having to message them back. Okay,
That
there we
sounds
go.
like an excuse.
No, I actually do need to tell them what's going on, because if I don't tell them, then they won't get it done, and I don't feel like getting a ticket from the city right now.
I was just helping Jimmy out in ATS, and he was having issues with the dev mode.
Oh, see, I don't mess with any of that stuff.
So because Toy sent him the file, but it's like, okay, you're not gonna help walk him through it. I don't use dev mode, so that's like a rockin' thing or a toy thing. That's not me. I couldn't help him there. Jump start, no problem.
Yo,
damage
Jason
flag, no
Light with
problem.
1,000 stars. Much appreciated. Definitely not
Ooh,
necessary.
hashtag Jason.
Hashtag
I'm too lazy
Jason
to
in the
type it.
chat.
I'm too lazy to type it.
Slacker. Now the question is, am I actually gonna make it into this without
Not a
having to
chance.
back up 50 freaking
Not-
times?
Oh, it's 50 times. Not a chance. Here we go.
If I gotta back this up 50 times, I'm gonna be mad as heck, Batman.
Oh, I'm getting ready to clip, buddy. I'm getting ready to clip. I'll type that out.
You said that yesterday, and I made it in one, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, but then I heard you failed on the next one, so.
Yeah, I felt that like a holy crap balls. There was one that I just like, nope, not doing it. I was like, forget it, I'm done.
And that one I told you that you're not gonna make.
Yeah, I definitely did not make it. I'm like, screw this, I'm done. I'm tired of fighting with the stupid thing.
Yeah, I hate that.
I had a good laugh. I looked at the girlfriend this morning, last night. I said, "What's your Twitch name?" She told me. I said, "That's funny." I said, "You just followed somebody I know on there." Rockin'. She just followed Rockin'.
Oh, nice.
She goes, she's like, how'd you know? I said, easy. He was changing servers and put up his one page and told me his latest follower.
Yo, Eddie, thank you for the like. Again, Jason, thank you for the 1,000 stars. Much appreciated. Definitely not necessary, brother.
Somebody called Ripley's. He got it done within the first shot.
I told you I'd get it done in one shot. Slacker. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, we got another one we can do. Heck yeah, where are we going? Where are we going? Let's see, do I want to make... Yo, Eddie, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Force. Welcome, young Jedi. Glad to have you here. Let's see if we can get the GroForce song coming up here a little bit. It's going to be a little loud. You guys won't be able to hear me as well, but you guys can listen to it for just a second. As we pick our load here.
This is for you.
Pick your nose. What?
Load.
This is for you.
Yeah, jackwagon.
This is for you and you and you.
Oh, come on, respect your
This is
elders.
for you and you.
That is
This
respect.
for you and you. This is for you.
I think we're doing this one. It's a little less,
We
but
do it for the force.
Listen
We
here,
do
son.
it for the vets. We do
We're
it for
going
the
to sleep
love.
at 8 this
Never
morning,
for
starting to
a
catch up with
we
me.
do it cause we gotta. You never know what's next. We do it for you all.
Yeah.
Paying no
I see
there we go. Jason's doing it again with another 500 stars. I need to teach Kyle how to drive. Yeah. He has some issues driving, I know. I guess we're going to go to New Mexico from Oakland. I'm okay with that. Ooh, dang, it's bright as crap. Oh, this one's camo, too. Nice. We'll keep the music running a little bit. You guys can listen to the good old
What
song.
music? What music?
You can't hear it. They can. Sucks for you.
Literally, I can't hear it at all. I can hear you.
In the stream?
Yeah.
Even after 20 years,
I've got your stream up on my computer. I can hear you clearly say it, but no music.
Now I wanna have some fun. Jack Wagon Nation, let's join together. Here is one. Leave reality.
See if we can squeeze through this little area right here.
That's what she
Never
said.
stop learning. Living by the word. I'm here to spread a message. Let me get a witness. These are my confessions. We gon' grow the force.
He's gonna
We the
hang
number
up. He's
one
gonna hang
source.
up.
Share some laughs, play some games at the same time, of course. Keep the streets safe.
Hey, there we go. Now I can hear the music.
I'm outnumbered though. I'm about the only Western star in the show. Oh man.
And I
Yeah,
wanted
man.
to get that coast to coast mod, but you can't get it unless you have all the DLCs, and I don't have all DLCs just yet.
Well, we've got Canada, but I guess Canada is bugging out lately. I don't know. There's an update or something that's and Pro Mods is acting stupid now. Don't know what the hell's going on with it.
I know Trucker MP is dead now.
Yeah, that's because of the freaking. They have it in here now. You can do convoy in here with like 8 people, and that's what a lot of people want to do. With the exception of like when they're trying to do like streams for charity and so forth. Like we're gonna try to do one tomorrow. Bud's doing one for I think Bud's doing one or somebody's doing one, and they asked us if we would join. Oh no, you son of a biscuit witch! Saw me coming and just cuts me off. Jerk face, son of a. God
Oh,
bless him.
that must have been Rocket in that car.
Yeah, he needs to learn how to drive too. Son of a gun. Just blows through everything. Doesn't care. Come on, get up the hill, man. Get up the hill. Get up the hill. There we go. I was beginning to wonder there for a second. Yo, John Taylor, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Force. Welcome, young Jedi. Glad to have you here. Hope you guys are having a wonderful and blessed weekend. It's Sunday night. We're chilling out. The reason we're doing some military loads today is for Memorial Day. As most of you guys know, this is Memorial Day weekend. So we wanted to do something for Memorial Day, and I figured, why not military loads, right?
Yeah, I really like that post you shared today.
Which one? The second one with the
ones with the rules for Memorial Day.
Yeah. A lot of people like that. I actually tagged that from a buddy of mine, and everybody, like, I had somebody tell us, they saw I've got my Texas VFW on. It's got camo on the sides and it's tan, and they're like, "Hey, thank you for your service." I'm like, "You're welcome," but they're like, "Yeah, Memorial Day is so nice," and I said, "It's not for us. It's for our buddies that didn't make it." They're like, "Huh? Like, you don't know that?"
I'm not trying to be ignorant with this. I'm confused. What's the difference really between Memorial Day and Remembrance Day?
Is that what you guys call it? Remembrance Day?
Yeah, but that's in November.
So we call it Veterans Day in November. November 11th is considered Veterans Day. Veterans Day is for those that are still here. And then you have what's the one that happened earlier in May? I can't think of the name of it, but it's for active duty military or active military members.
I'll take it. I'll look at it.
I was gonna say, you guys have way too many holidays.
But so Veterans Day and Memorial Day and Labor Day are actually federal holidays. The other one in May for remembering veterans is not a federal holiday. It's just a day.
It's just a day. Okay.
Veteran Day is in November. Oh, where's the rest of it? Hold up.
Yes, you guys call it Veterans Day. We call it Remembrance Day because it's of the fallen.
And that's why we have Memorial Day is for the fallen. The POWs and I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brian.
Armed Force Day is in May.
That's Armed Forces Day.
Yeah, Armed Forces Day.
That's what it is. I knew it was something. I couldn't remember the name of it, though.
But then again, there's like Love Your Cat Day, there's Sock Day, there's Pizza Day, there's Potato Chip Day. Yeah, they have a day for everything.
Yeah, they do.
Tuesday.
But, I mean, it's not like we take actual days off from work for it or any of that stuff.
Oh, no.
So, you know.
See, up here, we're fighting with our government to make November 11th a day off. So we can go remember.
Oh, see, ours isn't enough either.
Like, we're fighting for it. They're talking about it. They've been talking about it for years, but it makes more sense. You keep saying that the numbers are down at the Senate tab. I wonder why.
Yeah, everybody works.
Everybody's working. It's usually the odd time. Yeah, you'll get a lot more people when the 11th falls on a weekend.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yep.
But make it a national holiday, no matter when it falls. You know, it's kind of like we have two holidays, of course, respective holidays coming up that change the day but not the date. Does that kind of make sense?
So it's a day, but it could be any day of the month? It's kind of deal?
No. It's still the 4th of July, but the 4th of July could still... It moves.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's Independence Day for us.
Yeah, ours is Canada 1st. Your Independence Day is the 4th.
Yep. I mean, it's you know, each country has their own way of doing things, and Canada's just a wee bit different than we are, and we're a wee bit different from Canada. All right, guys, give me 1 sec. I got a munchkin coming in here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what fell?
V5.
Come here, little munchkin. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody. That's you.
Yeah, that is me.
Hey.
Hi.
They're all saying hi.
That was just saying hi.
No. They're in my ears. You can't hear them, but I can hear them.
Hi.
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 Yeah.
She's got more hair than you. Uh,
Oh, hold on.
You ate a banana and cheese stick for your snack? Then you brush your teeth? Okay. You guys ready for work, kiddo?
Hey, it is hot out here tonight.
I need the one that, Ro, thank you for the raid of 4. Appreciate the raid, brother. Alright, let's get rocking and rolling back on the street here. Uh-oh. What am
I
I?
figured I'd pop in again for a little bit, but I am off to bed.
Slacker?
I got told I have to do a whole store again last time I had to do that. All my trucks were late that day.
You have to what? I thought you were off tomorrow.
Why would I be off on Monday? I'm off Saturdays and Sundays.
Weren't you off Friday or Monday? Don't you get one of those days off? Because didn't you have
No.
something on one end, and I thought there was a Canadian holiday and then there was an American
yeah,
holiday.
that was last Monday.
Oh.
Victoria Day.
Oh, okay. Well, you better get some sleep then, man. If you gotta work your butt off. What's going on, Ro?
Yes, and our one truck that's probably going to be late anyway. They like giving big fines
Oh,
when
nice.
they're late. Yes, our friends at the Big Blue Box.
Oh, Wally World.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Wally World. They're very particular about things. I mean, when I worked for FedEx.
One SKU.
Yeah, when I worked for FedEx, if you weren't there at a certain time, they wouldn't accept your load, and you'd be like, "All right, that's cool. You're not getting it. I don't care. You just won't get it till tomorrow." So we started doing the same thing. They didn't answer the door when we were ready to give them their stuff. Then we just left, and they didn't get their stuff that day. And then they started calling in and moaning and groaning, and they kind of understood that either answer the door when we ring the bell and take the package or packages, or we just leave it. And you don't get it till the next day. We didn't care. We did not care.
We only deal with 2 DCs, but it's like, yeah. One drives from where I work to the other side of my province, and you're looking at 5-hour drive, 6-hour drive.
And that's without traffic, probably.
Yeah, and it goes in some stretches. It goes from 3 lanes of highway down to 2 lanes of highway, back to 3 lanes. So bottlenecks for a little. Oh yeah, it's a mess.
Yeah, especially during the week. I can only imagine. Unless you get them out of there like earlier in the morning or like late at night.
The one truck leaves tomorrow by 2:30 in the afternoon. Yeah, it's they're nice.
Right, almost near rush hour, because like rush hour starts at like 2:30, 3 o'clock.
Yeah, but he's heading out of the city.
Still doesn't matter. He's probably got to go out of the city.
No, I'm not in a major metropolitan.
Oh.
I'm on the outskirts of that, so he's gonna miss getting. He's going eastbound and not westbound.
Oh, okay.
West would be heading towards the massive rush hour shit. He's gonna miss most. He'll miss it all, pretty much.
Oh, okay. Then he's good. Then he's golden, unless there's an accident that he's up a creek without a paddle.
That's the only exception to being late for delivery time. Of course, we have snowstorms that will close the highway.
Yep. They don't count that, I'm assuming.
They when you get there, we'll unload you at that point.
Normally it doesn't give a dagnum crap that they don't usually care. They're like,
Oh, these guys are bad though. But when it comes to our weather up here, at least our DCs will give you that benefit of the doubt.
Yep.
And they know that the highway was closed and there is not a lot of truck routes around, even during detours.
Dang.
So yeah, they just kind of turn a blind eye, and when you get there, you get there. But yeah, it's like my company's always bites off more than they can chew because they don't want to pay people.
Well, that's 90% of the companies around. They don't want to pay people, but they want to get the big bucks for the big wigs up in the towers or up in the offices that are raking in all kinds of money and get all these extra bonuses. And then when it comes time to give a bonus to somebody else, they're like, no.
All right.
When you're not on stream, I think I've said it before, but I'll tell you, when you're off stream, who I work for.
Yeah, I think I know.
Damn fruit companies. Anyway, on that note, y'all have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your stream.
You too, man. Get some sleep. Have fun tomorrow at work.
I'm not gonna say what I was thinking. Hi, boys.
All right. Good night, sir.
Yeah.
But we're just kicking on down. We still got 700 miles to go. What's going on, Brian?
Nothing. I was doing something.
Oh. We're just cruising on down the road. Put some miles in. We got 700 miles to go yet. Heck yeah. It's not a lot. It's not great though. Looks like we got about 41 minutes left on this load. We got another M1070 camo this time rather than desert sand. It's a little bit different than the one we had. Now we're going back to. Looks like we're going back to Gallup from Oakland. So a little bit different than where we came from, but hey, I'll take it. We'll take the miles. That's all that matters. It's all that matters. As long as we're putting in miles and putting them down the road, get our VTC going, keep them rocking and rolling down so we can get money in the bank. If you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Money in the bank. Money in the bank. I can't sing. A lot of people know that though.
I'm going to jail!
The way I'm driving right now, you would think so. Oh man. Oh boy. Gotta love it though. I'm having fun though. Kind of chilling out, relaxing, taking it easy. Having a little bit of fun as we're cruising down the road. Relaxing. What's going on with you, Ro? Did you go take out some people, man? What up, USMC Tarrant? What's going on, man? How you guys doing? I saw that you went live earlier, and I was gonna look and see if you were in the server, and I looked in the server Discord, and nobody was there. So I'm like, well, I don't know if they're there. What's going on? So I'm like, well, I said I'd go live. I didn't say what I was gonna do, and I wanted to do some kind of a military, some way of a tribute. And this is kind of a tribute in a way, but it's not. I wish I had like a POW MIA truck or We Remember truck, something like that. And I'm going to look and see what I can find, but it is extremely hard to make sure that it's going to work with a lot of the mods that we have. And then also the other issue is, can I repaint this one? Because that's all I really want to do. I want to repaint this one. I don't want to lose this truck. We've got quite a few miles on this bad boy right here. Let's see how many miles we got on this thing.
You can reskin it.
Yeah, that's what I want to try to work on, reskinning it. I've got 30,000 miles on it. I don't want to lose this truck yet. I want to get it up to 150,000 miles, and then I might reskin. Might get a new truck.
Well, that if you can find a template for it.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is a Ruta truck. Oh, I just missed my turn. Dagnummit, son of a biscuit witch. Oh, it's gonna take me a different way. That works. Keeps moving us into a hidden channel, but we were there. And sadly, I didn't get any kills tonight. I tried, but Renegade was interfering. Oh, man. What was Renegade doing? Restarting the server or something? man. Here we go. We gotta take a left here. Nah, he was shooting at my targets. Oh. Oh, so you got targets by your house? Oh, so you can, he was shooting at what you were trying to kill. Gotcha. Now I got you. Well, if you guys would team up or something, maybe that'd be a different story, you know?
You know, maybe one day I'll actually listen to my doctor and don't drink so much water.
He's telling you not to drink water? What is he telling you to drink then?
He told me I drank too much water.
I've never known a doctor to tell you to drink too much water.
Well, because I was told that's the reason why my foot was swell up sometimes, because I'd be drinking too much water. And ever since then, I hadn't really been drinking as much, so my foot has not been swelling up.
Well, maybe...
And yeah, that's...
Well, is there a way... Well, I guess the only other thing you could do, and this is just a suggestion, if you do a lot of walking or a lot of exercise and get warm and sweat...
And that's the reason why I drink a lot of water. Well, I like drinking water now compared to when I was younger. But,
Oh, I hate the taste of water. I hate the taste of water. Unless it's got some kind of flavor in it, I do not like the taste of water.
Well, I have flavor packets, but I barely use them. I really like drinking cold water.
Yeah, if you're in a heat situation, that's one thing I learned working in the heat all day long in some of those box trucks and stuff. You drink a cold water, you can actually put yourself in a shock.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I learned that from the fire department. Because one day after a fire, I was about to pour a whole cold bottle of water on my head, and they said, don't do that, because, yeah.
Over drinking water makes me feel bloated? Yeah, I can agree with that. Over drinking anything can make you feel bloated.
Oh, yeah.
Why are we...
But I
because
never knew you can drink too much water, though.
I didn't either. I didn't know you couldn't either. Learn something new every day, right?
Yep. Like, I got 2 cases of 32 bottled water sitting by my desk at home.
Yeah, well, that was Scoot. He says he buys like 3 cases of bottled water, and he will go through that in a week. I said, holy crap. That's a lot of water. I like bottled water, but there's certain bottled water that I'll drink. I won't drink faucet water, and I live in a big city, though, so that's the biggest thing. Living in a big city and drinking the water here is just... Everything is corrected in the correct amount will kill you. Exactly. Everything in the correct amount will kill you. Water, soda, anything. Too much food to kill you. Definitely so.
And see, I drink water more than I actually eat, so that's probably another issue. Because I'm not really the type of person that really like eating, so sometimes I'll eat once a day because I just ain't hungry.
Yeah, that's me, dude. I don't drink a whole lot or eat a whole lot. Like I ate once today, and I won't eat anything else the rest of the day.
And I heard that's also bad for you.
Yeah, it is, but
you know,
I also don't do anything right now.
I'm not hungry. Can't help I'm not hungry.
Yeah. Well, that's like me. I don't eat a whole lot because I don't do anything. Right now, I'm not able to do jack diddly squat, and it kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is. Once this thing gets over with and I'm actually able to move around again, it'll be a little bit better. But until then, I'm pretty much up a creek.
Like, I don't like eating out. I'd rather eat at home.
Yeah. Well, see, we went over to my parents' house today, and my daughter and wife went to the grocery store. So their girls didn't have lunch. Well, I don't eat lunch a lot of times. I don't eat breakfast a lot of times. Yesterday was an exception. I had to get up extremely early. I had a donut in the morning for the memorial that we had yesterday. And then I came home and I made egg, bacon, and cheese tacos for me and the little one. And so that was like unusual for me. And then they brought home dinner, and I actually ate 3 times yesterday, which is unusual. Today I've eaten once, and I probably won't eat anything else. And it was because my parents are like, "Are you guys hungry?" And I'm like, "Not yet. I'm not." My daughter's like, "Yeah, I'm hungry." And she's like, "Well, we're gonna go get something to eat. Y'all are going with," and we're like, "Okay, I guess." So we went out to grab a bite to eat at El Phoenix, which is a Mexican restaurant down here.
And that's the only thing I hate about the fire department. They like going out to eat all the time.
Well, it's because they don't want to cook. I mean, you can cook and stuff. I know a lot of ones down here, they love to cook. They love to
Well,
cook.
that's because they always want me to cook.
Oh.
Which,
Well,
which sometimes I would, but you know they never want to contribute with buying anything to cook.
oh, no. So what they did when I worked for Dallas, what we did is we all gave about 20 to 30 bucks for our meals for the day. And then whoever was not on the box or the rescue would cook. So the engine or the truck or, you know, something like that those would be the cooks. Because the guys on the box or the rescue, a lot of times you didn't have time to do Jack Dilly Squad. Heck, half the time you didn't even have time to sit down and eat anyway. Even though you gave the money for it, you didn't have time to eat because you were always go. Especially in a big rural, you know, in a big populated area.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've actually seen somebody actually pass somebody on the highway. That's hilarious. On this.
I mean, we used to cook every night when it was like 6 of us that were full-time livings at the station. But once everybody, you know, moved out to go work at other career departments, and it just been me left there. If anybody cook in the kitchen, they'll leave a mess, and I have to be the one to clean it up.
Yep. That's the other thing. We always, you know, those that cooked would, a lot of times they would go ahead and clean up, but if you weren't doing anything, that was kind of your job, you know, go clean up. Help clean up. Everybody helped clean, and a lot of them would help prep for things, and, you know, stuff like that. It's a joint thing, and that's the one thing I liked about it.
Yeah.
As long as you're helping each other, that's the biggest thing. My opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you help each other out, cook, you help each other clean up. And then those that don't get to eat, you save them a plate somewhere, you know. Like, they used to have plates for us, and a lot of times they'd be like, we'd give our money, you know, in, and then we wouldn't get back until 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night from run after run. So we'd stop somewhere and get something to eat. Because if we went back to the station, they'd dispatch us again. So we'd call out for a pre-break, you know, for a restroom or what have you, or a meal break. And they'd be like, okay, well, you only have this amount of time. Oh, by the way, don't go back to the, don't go back to the station. We're like, really?
Well, see, we actually had our EMS captain was making hot dogs for everybody. We had a call. She was supposed to stay back, but she ended up going to the call and about burned the kitchen down because all the water boiled out of the hot dogs, and luckily we made it back in time.
Yeah, that would have been bad juju there. That'd been like, well, that's when you turn everything off and you just kind of let it sit.
Yep. Well, good thing we ain't had no structure fire, because we would have came back to our station being on fire.
Right. That'd have been bad. That'd have been real bad.
Yep. But the EMS captain also costs us a lot of money. She threw because she wasn't getting her way, she ended up throwing away a bunch of patient reports.
Oh, that's really good.
Over $450,000 worth of patient reports.
Ouch.
That we never got paid for because she threw them away.
Oh, she could have got sued out the wazoo for that one.
Oh yeah, they ended up going to court. I don't know what they did to her. Obviously, they didn't take her EMT card because she was still working as an EMT for a while.
That's pretty messed up. That is pretty messed up right there. And not only that, that's a HIPAA violation too. If you just throw them away.
Well, yeah, that's another thing. We had to pay money out because of that.
Jesus. Because you don't know whose information got lost at that point.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what was on that report. Well, a lot of them, their social security, their blood type, what the issue was, their background, where they live, the whole 9 yards. I mean, that's their whole, basically everything. That's definitely not good.
Yeah. And when that happened, we lost the biggest contract we had with the non-emergency transport companies that give us patients and stuff.
That sucks.
So now, only thing we can do is, go get patients for ourselves for dialysis. The people that, can't drive themselves there.
Yeah.
Which that's kind of hard too, because you can't go talk to the patient. You have to give it to the facility and let them give the information to the patient that might need ambulance ride.
Mm-hmm. And that's if the corporation that you're taking them to wants you to actually do it for them.
Yep.
So. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's in. That's just wrong, dude. I don't know why people do that crap. I don't understand that. Don't understand that one.
We also had another EMT, and this would cause me to end up getting sued, even though it didn't happen. She got fired, and she told one of our patients to sue us for an injury that we didn't even do. Because he fractures his knees, and tried to put it on me and my partner on the ambulance that day.
Yeah.
And come to find out that they looked at all her paperwork and seen that he was complaining of knee pain a week in advance from when they try to say that we the one caused him to fracture his knee.
Yeah, that's not right. See, that's what I don't understand. People always want something for nothing, and that's kind of why I felt bad when I messed up my foot and going after the company that I'm the county and stuff that I'm going through right now. And we're actually gonna have a lawsuit because they lied to the insurance, the workers' comp insurance. They lied to them and said, no, he didn't get injured at work, and this and that and the other, and there's documentation here, there's documentation there. I sent them screenshots of everything because, being military, my main thing is if it happened, you document it. And then you save your butt. CYA, always CYA. So if there's something wrong, you document it, no matter what it is. So like when that happened, I immediately called my dispatcher. I said, hey, this is what happened. I've messed up my ankle. I'm going to go ahead and continue to do my, my hours for the day and this, and that, and the other. And I'm headed back to the station now to book one. And then she said, okay, well, that's fine. We need you to stay out there because we're shorthanded today. Okay, not a problem. I'll stay out there. So then I took that night, I came in and I went home, and my wife's an RN. And she's like, there's something wrong with your foot. I took off my shoe and took off my sock, and my foot's all kinds of different colors. I'm like, oh, this ain't good. This was on a Friday. And normally at that time, I only worked Mondays and Tuesdays. This was right around July 4th of last year. And so I'm sitting there doing, my normal stuff. And that Monday I go in and they're like, hey, we're going to put you in this area. Here's where you're going to be at for the time being. Da-da-da this, da-da-da that. And I said, that's a lot of stairs of the area that you want me to be in today. That's probably not your best idea. Kind of put me out in the rural area. I'll take that. Oh, no, we've already got somebody out there. I'm like, you don't understand. Put me in a rural area so that I don't have stairs and everything else that I have to run up and down and this, that, and the other, and I'll go do traffic. They didn't like that idea. I said, okay. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. And then I said, well, give me my squad car that I normally have. And they, well, we can't do that. The guy that is doing that area also has your squad car. That's my squad car. It's got all my equipment in it and everything else. It's the one that's assigned to me, and that's the one that I'm supposed to use every time I come in because of this COVID crap. Well, they screwed that one too. So that was strike number 2. And then I had a weapon inside the vehicle, which is licensed to me, and they would not allow me to take the weapon out because he did not have a weapon to carry.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, that's strike number 3. So I walked in and I said, okay, hey, I'm in a lot of pain right now. I'm going to go ahead and go home right now. And they're like, you can't leave. I'm like, no, I'm going home. They said, well, if you go home, you're done. I said, well, okay. So then the chief calls me, and I talk to the chief, and he's like, all right, so what happened? He's out of town. He doesn't know anything that's going on. Well, dispatch basically lied and said I didn't tell him anything. Nothing was documented. Nothing was done here. So he says, well, we're going to have to let you go. I know, Ro. it doesn't make sense, but this is the way that the county was working at the time, and there's been a lot of changes in that now. But they just kept saying all this stuff and that and this and then the other, and so I said, all right, well, if you're gonna go ahead and let me go, then that's fine. That's fine. I'll turn in all my stuff. So I did. I turned all my stuff in, and then I went and saw Primacare, which is a medical facility that it's like urgent care.
Yeah, I
And
heard of it before.
So they took an X-ray of my foot, and they're like, "Yeah, you broke your cuboid." What the hell's a cuboid? He's like, "Your cuboid is the little one connected to your pinky toe." All right, like how bad is it? He goes, "Well, it's broken pretty good. You snapped it right off." And I'm like, "Snapped it right off?" He's like, "Yeah, you snapped it right off." I'm like, "Okay." And he goes, "Oh, by the way, we're gonna have you go take a look with a orthopedic surgeon." Like, for what? He says, "We think you did more damage than that." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And he goes, "Here's the boot. Wear the boot." So I started going to this doctor. And he's like, "Well, we'll get this done, get that done." And then the workers' comp people didn't want to work with it. And finally, and this, like I said, happened in July. And finally in December, they called me and said, "Hey, we need you to go to this doctor. We need this MRI done. We need this done. We need that done." And so they started that. Well, they got the MRI. The orthopedic surgeon saw it and everything, and he's like, "Yeah, you have 2 torn ligaments and 2 torn tendons. There's no broken bone anymore, but you have 2 torn tendons and 2 torn ligaments." Like, great. He's like, "Yeah." And he goes, "We'll just put you in PT." I said, "Oh, well, I've been in PT." And he's like, "You've been in PT?" I said, "Yeah, since like December." Because that's what they wanted to start with first. They wanted me to do PT, physical therapy. Physical therapy was okay, but my foot wasn't what it needed to be. Like, I couldn't walk a lot, I couldn't run a lot, I couldn't do anything, and I couldn't figure out why I was always in pain. Well, they went ahead and did what they had to do, and finally they scheduled the surgery in April, and now I'm fighting with them again. Because I told them, I said, I'm not able to work, what do you want me to do? And they're like, "Well, you just have to sit there and wait until all this is over with, and then we'll make a decision what we're going to do." Like, huh? Whatever.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm sitting and waiting for my foot to heal so that I can continue to be myself again. But in the meantime, I'm still having to deal with all the other stuff that I have to deal with and do my job. You know, I can't work right now either because I'm not allowed to be on my foot. And the doctor actually said, "You're not allowed to work." Like, "What do you mean I can't work?" He's like, "You can't do anything. It's like, no weight bearing, no walking on it. Your foot has to be up for at least 6 to 8 weeks." So I go in on Tuesday to find out what's going to happen. They're supposedly putting me in another boot because they did the surgery now. I have a slice on my foot, probably, I'd say 4 inches. I hate companies. They do nothing to help and everything not to pay. Dude, so once they found out, bro, that this was going on, and they've got the actual information that I sent them, and then shows the actual dispatcher's name and the manager's name, the dispatcher's name, and then the supervisor's name. Once it had all that information on there, they saw that, they finally agreed with me. It happened on company time, the whole 9 yards. But it took them so long to investigate it because the county kept saying, "No, didn't happen. Nope, didn't happen. Nope, didn't happen. Nope, didn't happen. Don't know anything about it." They just kept lying. Like, well, finally they said, "Where'd this information come from?" And it has a date, time stamp, the whole 9 yards. And like, "So he did record it?" Well, they're like, "Yeah, he recorded it. Here's the information." I don't know if anybody got released or fired or anything because they called me back and they said, "Do you want your job back?" And I'm like, "No." I'm like, "I can't do anything anyway." I'm like, "What are they going to have me do? Sit in dispatch?" I'm not doing a dispatcher job. What, work the armory? Not doing none of that. If I wanted to do that, I'd go work for freaking security company or something. And just, sit somewhere. I don't want to do that. That's not what I wanted to do. But it kind of sucks because doing that, I could still do some of the stuff that I was doing with highway patrol and blocking off traffic and get paid for it. Like 40, 50 bucks an hour just to sit and let my truck idle or my vehicle idle for 8 hours at 40, 50 bucks an hour, and sometimes 60 bucks an hour, depending on where you were at. But it's your own personal vehicle. But 60 bucks an hour just to sit there. And a lot of times it's at night, so you can just you just have to leave your vehicle running, the lights have to run, and that's all. So a lot of times I'd sit there and watch Netflix or watch movies or play games on my phone, or I take my computer with me, play games on my computer. Because it's not like I'm actually sitting there patrolling, and my whole thing is just to make sure that if there's an accident to take action, and basically be a cop car saying, hey, this lane's closed, the lights are on, don't come in this lane. You're just there to show, hey, don't go here, basically. So, I mean, I enjoyed it. I miss it a lot. Like, I've got all my gear back here up in my closet, and I'm just like, man, I want to do that again. I want to go back out. I want to go do the stuff I used to do, and you can't. It sucks. It really sucks. Cops love us.
I might be
at the water company.
Going to Nevada this week.
Yeah, I think that's what you had said.
Yeah.
Why do the cops love you at the water company, Ro? What up, Josh LaForce? How you doing today, man? Hope you're having a wonderful and blessed Sunday. For that exact reason, easy money. Heck yeah, man. Just sit there and just sit there. Heck yeah, man. Thank you for the like, Josh, by the way. It is. It's easy money, but at the same time, you think about it, the way that they're doing things, you're you're doing what you're supposed to do, which is blocking traffic and make sure that, because here's the biggest thing, and this has happened to quite a few guys. They have old retired, they'll buy like a retired squad vehicle, and they'll use that. But within a year or two, they're having to replace that vehicle, which is not bad considering they're using it, and making quite a bit of money off of it. They're wasting their own fuel. There's a 90% chance that they may get hit in some way, form, or fashion by another vehicle, especially at night when people are acting stupid and are driving drunk, and they say, "Oh, flashy lights." I mean, we've had, just as well as anybody, squad cars get hit, fire trucks get hit.
Yep.
It's like a drunk driver is a drunk driver, and Dallas is a huge city, so we see a little bit more drunk drivers than a lot of places, because people just act stupid and don't pay attention where they're going and drink and drive and do meth or are sleep deprived. We had one guy that actually just ran into a back of a squad car not too long ago because he was tired. He was exhausted. He'd worked 16 hours that day and gotten like 4 hours of sleep, and he's telling us this. He's like, "Yeah, man, I don't know. I had to work 16 hours a day. Well, when'd you get off? About 10 minutes ago." And we asked him, were you falling asleep at work? And he's like, "Yeah, a little bit, but the thing of it is, I got to be back there in like 8 hours." And we're like, "What?" We've had a few blockers get hit on our jobs. I don't understand why they can't slow down and move over. They've gotten to the point where the Dallas Fire Rescue actually has what they call a blocker unit come out. And it's old. It's an old fire truck that has nothing on it, and that's all it does is just block. So that the new fire trucks and the equipment that actually runs right and can actually be used don't get hit. And that's why they have those big old freaking trucks with the big old cushion things on the back. So if you do hit it, it's gonna hurt your vehicle more than it's gonna destroy a vehicle.
Yep.
Them things, man, I tell you what, they fold that down. That's like a whole nother car length of crap that they're gonna hit. That's gonna hurt like hell. I don't care who you are going 70 miles an hour and hit a thing that's collapsing. It's like hitting one of those the barriers that collapse right in the highway that splits. You know what I'm talking about? The collapsible barriers.
Yep.
Where this is your exit, and if you miss your exit or something and you aren't paying attention, you hit it and it collapses a little bit.
Yep.
Or like these guardrails, you hit the guardrail, it messes up the guardrail, but it's going to mess up your car, but it's better to wreck the guardrail than to kill somebody in another vehicle.
Yep.
That's why a lot of places, if you look at a lot of places nowadays, they have guardrails either on one side or the other, or they have those big lines that go straight through the, what is it, wiring? It's like 3 wires that go through just to block it off.
Yeah.
So if you hit it, it's just like the barriers, but it gives way or something. I'm not sure how it works, but they can cut it and redo it and all that stuff. And it's a little less expensive than having to replace a huge barrier. Those pillows are
Yeah, but
designed to
don't really-
absorb the collision. I've seen how they work. Yeah, they are. They are. They're awesome too, the way that they do work. But it does destroy parts and pieces and so forth, no matter what you do. You hit something hard enough, it's gonna destroy it. Just like when I told you when I was saying earlier in the stream, this M1080 het or 1070 het, the way we tested them to make sure the brakes were working, we would take them and get them up to 40 miles an hour and step on the brake, and pray and
Yeah.
hope that we stopped. And that was with tires at the end. It was like a certain area you floored it all the way to 40, and then you stopped. And we only had like, I think it was like two football fields length to get it up to 40 and to stop on the brake and stop and not hit the tires and concrete barrier. And it was these tires that are on here, but they were, of course, didn't have rims in them. But still, those tires alone are like 100, 200 pounds. I don't care how slow you're going. 100 pounds, going 40 miles an hour and having a vehicle that's got, I don't know, let's say 30,000 pounds, give or take. Stopping, even with tires, it's going to hurt. We actually had a guy go through the freaking barrier. And I know in Dallas, they did the same thing. They were testing a vehicle, testing its brakes because it had failed. Hey, David, thank you for the like. What's going on, David Graham? How are you doing today, sir? Hope you're having a wonderful, blessed day. But they would stop on the brake. And you know the big old cylinders, concrete cylinders that you can stand inside that are put under the ground? They use that for search and rescue at the training facility in Dallas. Well, that's also where they do all training for Dallas Fire Rescue. But that's also where the shop is. So they would use that area where all the lights are and all the training area is to test the brakes. Well, one of them didn't stop, and it went right into that big old concrete barrier and just demolished the truck and demolished the search and rescue area. Yeah. But I've even seen EMTs fall asleep at the wheel.
Oh yeah.
I was in the back of a rescue when one of the EMTs fell asleep. And all because I was buckled in the back with a patient, and he literally fell asleep as we're going down the highway, code 3, all the way to the hospital. And yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. They ended up sending out an extra unit for us. So, man, we're still going here. Still going. Still got like 6 minutes, 103 miles left to go. But man, I tell you what, I wouldn't trade any of the stuff that I've done in the last couple of years. Nothing at all. It's been fun though.
Oh yeah.
Being military, working on military equipment, being fire, working for the fire department, being police, working for the police department. I've loved every single minute of it. I wouldn't trade anything. I don't care how many accidents I've had. I don't care how many things I've taken, how many bullets, how many explosions, how much my body's beat up. I wouldn't trade it. I love it. And I can guarantee you 99.9% of all the veterans that are out there are going to tell you the same daggum thing. They love what they did, and that's the reason they did it for their country and for the people in the country. I don't know of a single vet that's going to say, oh, I did it for a vet that's going to retire. Let's put it this way. I don't know a single vet that's going to go in there and retire from the military and say, oh, I just did it for the benefits of going to school or seeing the world. No, those are benefits. Don't get me wrong. But the main reason of doing it is for for your country. You're defending your country with your life, up to your life. And there's many people that say, hey, that's what I did it for. But then you have these guys that are going in for a couple of years, and they retire, or not retire, but they get out. Like, oh yeah, man, I was just in to do my 4 years so I get my I get my college done, man. Stone Taylor, thank you for the like. He just kidding. I would do it for the. I would do the Sam all over again. Yeah, you see, you're a Marine though. You know, you're crazy as it is anyway. Marines are a different breed, man. I know a lot of Marines and they're all different breeds, man. They are all different breeds. Man, we give each other hell though. I don't know of a single person that's in a different branch that doesn't give the other branch crap. Not much though. Just chilling out, kind of taking it easy. We're on our second load here. We're driving an M1070 Het. Fire also, exactly, man. If I could do the fire department and my lungs weren't so bad, I'd be back on a fire department. But with my lungs, being around smoke is not a good thing. I know a couple of years ago, after I was diagnosed with the severe problems with my asthma and so forth, I stepped in my mother-in-law's house up in Wisconsin. We went to visit her after her house caught fire, after a battery exploded and caught fire at their house. I went in and I'm like, I can't breathe. I gotta get out. And sure enough, I was having an attack. Let's see here. My great-grandfather would get mad anytime someone tried to thank him for his service because it was his job. It wasn't his service or his joy. It was his job to defend our liberties and freedoms. That's why I always say thank you for your support, because you're right. It's not a job. We did it. We signed on that dotted line out of, now we did get paid for it, but we signed on that dotted line, and I would do the same daggum thing.
I hate when people will say that to me because I'm a firefighter.
What? Thank you for what you do?
Yeah, thank you for your service. That's like,
But yeah, you do a lot of volunteer work. I mean, firefighters, police, and EMS, nurses, doctors, not so much doctors, but nurses. A lot of those people don't understand. You do it for a reason, and you love what you do.
Yep.
And that's why you do it. But yeah, I mean, I always say thank you for what you've done. I mean, I'm glad you've done what you've done. I'll tell you that firsthand, man. I think it's great what you do for your community and being part of the fire department. Like I said, if I could do it, I would do it. Shoot, I encourage anybody that can, if they can do something like that, do it. He was drafted for his service. He was a POW and Bataan. Ooh. So he was part of the Bataan Death March, probably. Whoa, that's loud as hell.
Yeah, I'm rolling the windows up now.
That's why I want to get back with my local fire department. I love firefighting. I don't do the volunteer fire for pay. I tell you that much. Exactly, man. Exactly. I didn't do it for that either. Trauma nurse here. Yeah, I mean,
most volunteers don't get paid.
Yeah, like so my brother-in-law is a volunteer firefighter in Wisconsin, and they get paid per call. So if they go out to a call, they get paid for it. But it's like chicken feed. It's like $25 or $15 a call. But the county gets like $100-$200 for that call. And I tell you what, Stone, we appreciate you, man. My wife being a nurse, I know what you guys go through. I know what you guys went through for schooling and everything else. That's horrible, man. Having to go through that and then having to deal with all the stuff. And I tell you what, policemen, firefighters, nurses, all them, they have PTSD just as much as a military person. Shoot, you can have PTSD just doing certain things, experiencing things. We had a lady that dealt with a suicidal person. I'm pretty sure she has PTSD now because of the way she's acting afterwards. PTSD can be set off by a stressful situation. And people don't understand that. PTSD can be just from just about anything. And that's a big thing. And a lot of people don't understand that. But you never know what's going to trigger it. You really don't. Yes, he was. He's in the movie The Great Raid in the video footage at the end where the POW is leaving after being freed. Dude, Hats off to your grandfather, Thad, man. Those are the guys that went through absolute hell. The Death March at Bataan, Bataan. Holy crap, dude. Those guys went through absolute hell. I mean, they do some crazy stuff nowadays with people, but that's just ridiculous what they did to them. Hey, we're at another freaking port again. Another railroad port. That's when I heard this. I heard the horn. I was like, that's kind of fitting because we're crossing right over a railroad. Like, we're going to a railroad port here. Yeah, we're in Union Pacific right now. What it tells me. Look up Red Easy from Houston, Texas. He was a detective with Houston PD after he got back. All right, I will do. I will do that. I will do, man. I don't think I'm gonna make this one either. This one's good. Oh crap! I turned the wrong way. This one's gonna be bad, dude. I can tell you that right now. I done jacked this one up bad. I wasn't paying attention when I turned. I get paid once a year for the fire department, and for first responder, I get paid $5 a call. Yeah, it's like my brother-in-law. Rookie. I know, Jimmy. I know I'm a rookie. I ain't afraid to admit it. His funeral was a large shut down Houston for several hours. Dang. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna make this one. I screwed that one.
We get ours as a Christmas bonus at our Christmas party.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what they did for him. Jimmy, think of it like.
Yeah, we get $10 a call. Our chief wanted to raise it, but ever since that thing with the old EMS captain that threw all that paperwork away.
Yeah, you can't.
It was kind of hard. Yeah.
It makes it hard to do anything, really, at that point.
Yeah, because we went from making over $1 million a year to nothing.
Yeah, for at least a little while, because.
Yeah, well, everything's getting caught back up.
We're not gonna make this anytime soon. I have a feeling.
We actually just finally got the building paid off.
Well, that's good.
Because they decided to, mortgage out the building so they can add on to it, add more bays to it.
Well, you've got to do that to keep up, the stuff, especially if you need equipment or anything like that. Let's see. I want to go.
Oh yeah, but the thing about it, they went out the wrong way because they had the money to do it. They just ain't want to spend the money.
Yeah, that's a lot of ways. A lot of companies do it. They don't want to spend the money, so they take out a loan, and then they have problems, being able to afford to pay it back.
Well, they end up using the money to buy, personal stuff for themselves, like their own personal leather fireman helmet and stuff like that.
Well, that's never good.
And then that when my chief finally took over after the previous chief retired, left the department.
Our local fire department just got a new Bulldog brush unit. It's so badass. I want to drive it so bad. There's a guy that's part of our community that actually they just bought $1 million engine. You know what I'm talking about. Well, we don't say his real name or nothing, but yeah, they just bought $1 million unit, and it's sharp, dude. It is sharp as hell. A lot of people know who he is, but we don't mention his actual name. We just call him by his stream name. So, but yeah, he that thing is sharp as all get out.
Yeah, we got a new brush truck too that I want to drive, and we
finally got it, chat. We finally got our Swift Water inflatable Zodiac. Dude, we've got so many freaking inflatable stuff here because we have so much water around us in Dallas. Like we are right next to, Garland. And Garland has some units that deal with water, but nothing compared to what Dallas has. So they constantly call on us. So I got to deal with that for a while.
We need some inflatable stuff for water rescue.
All right, Chad. I think we're gonna call it for the night. I want to sit down and chit chat with my wife, kind of chill out for a little bit, chat. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Let's see if we can get you guys off and rated here. So give me a second. Let me see what we can find. I'll be right back, Brian. Okay.
All right.
Again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. You guys have a wonderful and blessed evening. Let's see who we can get you guys off to here real quick. See who we got. Let's see who we got live and see what they doing out here. Let's see who we got. Who we got. Again, I want to thank you all for the likes, the follows, the shares, the stars, the bits, the follows, everything, chat. You guys are absolutely awesome, wonderful. You guys are a true blessing. I'm going to send you guys over off to... We're trying to find somebody here, chat. We're not getting so lucky. We are not getting so lucky here, chat. Let's see. Who do we have that we know that is still streaming right now? This is really hard on a Saturday, chat. Really hard. Oh, my God. I'm going to send you guys over to my buddy Ship Gaming. He is doing Fire Sim 22 right now, or Farming Sim 22. Give him a like, a hello, and let him know a GroForce raid, chat. Be much appreciated. You guys have a wonderful, blessed evening, and we will see you all later.